We are going to go ahead and get started in Design Space. I will show you how I created this project, but I will also include a link below if you want to access this project in Design Space as well. So the first thing I always try to double check when I am starting a new design is that I have the right machine selected. So up here in the top right hand corner, make sure that you have the Cricut Joy selected, or whatever machine you're using. You can use any of the Cricut machines for this project. So then the first thing that I did was I went into images over here and I searched for a tag. And all I did was type in tag and picked one out of all of these that I liked. There are so many different options you can go with, but this is the one that I selected. This is the information if you want to access it. So just click on it, click insert images, and then I'm just going to make this really big for now so that you can have a better idea of how to see it. I wanted to turn mine a complete 90 degrees so that it's laying on its side like this one. So you can either click and drag and just move it this way, or if you come up here to rotate, you can just type in 90 and it will automatically align it perfectly. So then the next thing that I did was add some text. So to do that, we'll click on text and then you can start typing in whatever you want to put on your tags. So since this project, I'm going to be drawing or writing the word vinyl, I am going to be looking for a writing font, and we have a whole YouTube video on how to draw or write with your Cricut machine. I'll include that in a link below, and I'll also include it up here. But you can access that if you've never done this before and need more details on how to write or draw. Otherwise, we also have a blog post on our website that has a huge compilation of all of our favorite writing fonts in Design Space. And so that can be a really helpful tool if you know you want to use a writing font but you're not sure which one. There are tons listed there and you can see them all. So I'll include that link below as well. But for this project, I'm going to change the font and use one called DJ Jer. So go ahead and you see how it says writing over here? So we'll click on the font, and then one quick thing to double check is your line type. So up here, even though it said it was a writing font, do you see how it says that it's going to cut the word vinyl? So you want to change cut to draw, just like that. And now we'll take our vinyl and we're going to place it on top of the tag and size it according to however large or small you want with this arrow in the bottom right hand corner. So this looks about good, and then kind of get it centered how you want, but we will center this as well. So we'll highlight the both of them and click on a line and then center vertically. And then that's going to center it for us. Then the next thing we're going to do is attach the word vinyl to the tag. And this is going to tell the Cricut, hey, I want you to draw the word vinyl on top of the tag. This is a super important step. Don't miss it, otherwise it won't draw the word vinyl on top of the tag. So down here in the bottom right hand corner, we've got both of these selected. Click on attach. And now it knows to cut our tag. See over here, cut, and then draw the word vinyl. Then the last thing we need to do is size it however large or small you want. I wanted mine to be 3.5 inches in width. So come up here to size and we'll type in 3.5. And then now it's sized proportionally and perfectly. So that is all I did to design my tags. Like I said at the beginning, I'll include a link below if you want to access this project as well. All right, so I'm here actually in my living room. I'm crafting on my coffee table, which is so cool. I love using the Joy. You can just craft anywhere, which is super convenient. I have the Joy connected to my iPad here, and I've got the project pulled up. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on Make It in the bottom right-hand corner here. And the first thing it's going to do is ask how we are gonna be loading our materials. I'm not using a smart material, so I'm gonna click on Matte. All right, now we're on the matte preview screen, and it's giving us an idea, or it's telling us how much material that we need. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut my paper first, and it looks like I'll need it to be 4.5 by 6.5 inches long. So I'm gonna hit continue, and then I'm gonna cut my paper while this gets connecting. So I'm using a paper trimmer to cut my paper, but you can definitely just do this by hand. I just love the convenience of being able to cut to the exact dimensions, which is super nice. And I'm using craft board today. This is from Cricut, and I love working with this material because it's super thick. So it actually worked really well for the tags because it's not a flimsy paper, it's pretty heavy duty. So now I've got my cutting mat. I'm gonna remove that clear plastic liner, and then we'll go ahead and apply our paper on top. and just make sure you get it lined up, and then we'll smooth it out. And I am using the standard grip mat for this. All right, so I've got the Joy connected over Bluetooth, and the next thing we're going to do is choose our cutting setting. So we are working with Craft Board, which is a Cricut product, but unfortunately it doesn't show up when we search for it when we're using the Joy. So I've done a lot of different testing on different cutting settings, and I found that if you select glitter cardstock, it will cut it perfectly. So I've chosen glitter cardstock as my cutting setting, and we're going to get the Joy open. And actually the first thing that we're going to do is insert the Joy fine point pen. So I'm using the 0.4 pen in black. This is the one that comes with your machine. And we are going to take out the fine point blade. So you'll just open this clamp, remove the blade, and then just drop the pen in just like that and close the clamp. So it's going to draw first, then it will pause when it's finished drawing, and then we will insert the fine point blade. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my mat loaded in. It'll pull it through, align it, make sure we have enough material. And then we can go ahead and click go in Design Space. So again, it's going to draw first, and then we will swap out the pen for the fine point blade when Design Space prompts us to, and the Joy pauses when it's finished drawing. So the Joy just finished drawing, and now Design Space is telling us to swap out the fine point pen for the fine point blade. So again, we'll just drop it right in, close that clamp, and then we'll hit go again in Design Space. And now it's going to cut the tags out, and then we will wrap this up. If you notice that the Joy is going around the cuts twice, that's totally normal. Glitter cardstock is really a heavy duty paper, which is very similar to this craft board. So it's totally normal that it goes around twice. I just wanted to let you know in case you're like, why is it cutting it twice? That's totally normal. All right, so it's all finished. And now I'm going to hit unload in Design Space, and we will get removing this from the mat. So to remove the craft board from the mat, I'm gonna flip the mat over, and I like to bend the mat back while I hold my material straight. Perfect, so you'll see that some of these tags are kind of still in here. Just pop them out a little bit. One thing I did experiment with as well was I chose glitter cardstock as the cutting setting and increase the pressure to more. So if you find that maybe your blade is a little dull, you could increase the pressure to more when you're choosing your cutting setting, and that would help as well, but these turned out perfectly. So here's what they look like. So from here, I am just going to loop some black and white twine through here and then loop it through the canvas totes that I have. And that's as simple as it is to use the pen with the Cricut Joy and to make some custom labels for your craft room. I will include everything that I use for this project in the description below. We have all these products available on our website. We are a family-owned business, so when you shop with us, you're supporting our family-owned business, and we are all super grateful for your support. If you have any questions, please let us know in the comments below, and we'd love to help you out.